Mayra's story gained national attention in 2008 when news broke of her arrest. Rosales was charged in the death of her 2-year-old nephew. Police say the morbidly obese woman admitted to rolling over in the bed and smothering the child accidentally with her hulking frame. Later, prosecutors dropped capital murder charges after learning the woman falsely confessed she took the rap for her sister, who was charged and sentenced to 15 years in prison. Apparently, Mayra's sister killed the boy when she threw a hairbrush at him in a fit of rage. After turning the page in that horrible chapter in her life's book, Mayra Rosales had an epiphany: she would lose weight. Of course, diet and exercise, according to experts, would have very little effect on the woman due to the enormous mass she carried and the lack of mobility needed to get her heart rate up to a calorie-burning level. Basically, the woman faced a life-or-death situation and losing weight had to happen by any means necessary. Luckily, Rosales got the attention of a medical team who intervened and offered the woman a chance to regain her life and lose weight, beyond her dreams. But the journey to losing 800 pounds wouldn't be easy. Over 3 years, Rosales underwent nearly a dozen weight loss surgeries, lap band, or laparoscopic adjustable gastric banding, and procedures to remove excess skin. Losing 800 pounds, whether through dieting, counting calories, eating a high-protein intake, adopting aerobics, doing strength training, or undergoing surgery, is an amazing feat that takes time, patience, and a whole lot of luck. Today, Mayra is loving her new look and is motivated to inspire others through her TLC reality TV show To Never Give Up. A woman believed to be the world's fattest at 50 stone, 700 pounds, is facing a battle to shed weight after being told by doctors she could die. Terry Smith is confined to her bedroom in her Ohio home, unable to move, stand, or roll over by herself, setting the new world record for the fattest woman in 2010. By the age of 20, Terry weighed 18 stone, 252 pounds, but she remained active and held a job as a mental health care worker for 20 years. "I used to help people wash, feed and dress themselves," she said. To undergo a brain scan and receive the life-saving treatment she may require, Terry is now embarking on a weight loss regimen of exercise and healthy eating. Jambik Katakov, known as Jambik, from Kabardino-Balkaria, Russia, weighs 324 pounds, is 5'2" and sets the world record for the fattest child. At birth, Jambik weighed 6 pounds 6 ounces, a reasonable amount for a baby, but by his first birthday he was more than 28 pounds at just 3 years old. Jambik was lifting weights as heavy as 7 pounds at 4, he had ballooned to 81 pounds, even though he was just 3 feet, 11 inches, and at 6, he was 157 pounds. Since then Jambik has gained nearly 112 pounds more on a diet of porridge and ice cream. But his mother Nelia, 42, doesn't share their doctor's concern that Jambik's weight is dire. "He is just growing, upwards and outwards," she said. "What can I do about it? This is who he is, this is how God created him." Jambik, who practices wrestling 5 days a week and also goes swimming, said, "I want to be a sportsman when I grow up. Or better, an Olympic champion. I like to be strong." Jambik is famous in Russia and has been presented on many Russian TV shows. He has gained world fame through the UK channel 4 Body Shock series, where he was presented in a series called World's Biggest Boy, which was aired on many TV stations around the world. Kenneth Bromley was one of the heaviest people ever recorded, whose weight was confirmed. He was featured on the Channel 4 Body Shock documentary Half-Ton Dad, as a father of 4, who weighed almost 74 stone, 468 kilograms or 1,035 pounds. According to Kenneth Bromley's statements in the documentary, he had been bed-bound for 4 years. After he was accepted as a gastric bypass patient at the Renaissance Hospital in Houston, Texas, a fire crew had to hammer down a wall in Bromley's house to get him out. At Renaissance Hospital, Bromley was treated by the team of specialists that treated Renee Williams, believed to have been the world's heaviest woman at the time. The first step in Bromley's treatment was a diet restricted to 1,200 calories per day, which enabled him to lose 167.5 pounds, 76 kilograms, in only 40 days. Mr. Mason's binge eating began in his 20s at the time of his father's death and a deterioration in his mother's health. He quit his job as a postman when he was not fit enough to finish his rounds. As his weight soared, he was left unable to stand or walk before finally becoming bedridden and being looked after full-time by council carers. Firefighters had to demolish the front wall of his former home so they could drive a forklift truck inside to lift him out and put him into an ambulance when he needed a hernia operation in 2002. Mr. Mason was later given a purpose-built housing association home with extra-wide doorways so he could move around. His care bill cost taxpayers an estimated £100,000 a year and is believed to have topped £1 million. At the height of his food addiction, he was eating an entire packet of bacon, 4 sausages and 4 eggs complete with bread and hash browns for breakfast. He would then eat quadruple portions of fish and chips along with 2 kebabs for lunch, followed by a roast dinner, curries or pizza and more chips in the evening. Mr. Mason finally lost weight after an NHS operation to fit him with a gastric band, but his life was left on hold as he waited for further surgery to remove the excess skin it left behind. British doctors said that he needed to prove he would keep his weight down before they did it, so he went to the United States for the surgery. About half of the skin removed was from Mr. Mason's right leg, with further significant surgery to what he described as his apron, which covered his midriff.